Testing, 1, 2. I would ask you to subscribe, but there's not much to subscribe to. So I recently got into streaming. I am a beginner streamer, and I have found a lot of things challenging in the process of doing so. One of those things is going to be networking. Another thing is going to be the content that I actually provide. And then the other challenging thing is my schedule. I'm not a full-time streamer, so sometimes I find it difficult in my day to make new content or make myself available to put content out there. If you don't already have that base of an audience or a community to say. I got myself away from social media accounts a couple years ago. So when I decided to get into streaming, I didn't have an audience. I didn't have a community to say, hey, go check me out. I started streaming. Or hey, go look at this YouTube video. Because I did away with all my social media accounts. Whereas most people are going to have 100 or a couple hundred of people that are friends with them on Facebook. All I gotta do is post it and say, hey, I made a YouTube video. And then from there, there's a lot of opportunities that come from that. So I had to build it pretty much from ground zero. And that made me rely heavily on that made me rely heavily on my close friends and my family. So if you already have that community or whatever you want to call it on social platforms, then you're already way ahead of me in networking. But if you don't have that, then it's time to start making social media accounts. The more platforms you have to, in a way, advertise what content you have out there, the more likely you're going to be seen. I didn't think this was going to be true. I just thought maybe if I stream, people will stop by, and that's how you get viewerships. Okay, yes, it can happen, but you are not going to grow while you're streaming. Or at least if you do grow, it is going to be minuscule in comparison to if you have an Instagram, a Facebook, a Twitter. Those avenues are going to allow you to have your name out there, and the more your name is out there, the more people are going to see your name, and the more people are going to, it's just pretty much numbers. It makes sense. I didn't get it. Maybe I'm just dumb, but it makes sense. With that being said, the next thing is content. What can I do that's going to be different, or how can I provide anything better or different than what's already out there? There are thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of individuals out there creating content that are really good at creating content, that have had years of experience doing it. How are you going to compete, I guess, in a way with that? Don't compete. If you're getting into content creation, you need to be getting into it for the right reasons, or basically you're going to feel like you're failing every day. Decide on why you're wanting to put content out there. Figure out what makes you, what you enjoy doing, and just do it. And then consistently do it. That was the third thing that I was challenged with. Keep making content regardless of how popular it may become, or I don't know how many views it gets or how many followers you get from it. Just keep making content. If you enjoy doing it, just keep doing it. Make sure that you're getting satisfaction for the right reasons. So that's my 3 things for you. I really just needed to make a video and put it on YouTube. So I really wasn't sure what to talk about. Bear with me. You don't want to hear about my feelings. Oh my gosh. That's my advice to you. I really just needed to make a video and put it on YouTube so that I would have content myself. I'm in no way an expert in doing any of this. Let's just say that now. I just know 3 things that I would face with challenging. I don't know how to communicate it. Networking, content, whatever content you decide to put out there, and being consistent. Set a schedule for yourself, whether that's when you release content, when you go live on your stream, or whatever it may be, and stick to it. Building your network, finding satisfaction in what content you want to put out there. Your growth is going to come when you're offline. If you're not making content and putting it out there, if you're not streaming, then you should be putting your name out there in some way.